Hello, it's Dave O'Neill here on the debrief, sitting outside Brad Oak's house waiting for him to come out and join me. Excuse me. We're off to Merimbula, then Canberra. Well, when I say Canberra, I mean Collector, which is 45 minutes from Canberra, and then Queanbeyan, which is 20 minutes from Canberra. We're not actually doing the country's capital. We're doing the fringes of the country's capital. But that's where they demand comedy. That's where we go. Stay tuned. We'll see what's happening with the great man and regular correspondent here on the debrief, Bradford Oaks.
Going for a drive, do a little gig, then drive back with the chat. It's called the debrief. It's called the debrief. It's called the debrief. It's called the debrief. It's called the debrief.
Check 1, 2. Check,
Yes,
check.
okay. Oh, yeah, we're on. Yeah, Brad Oaks is with us. Brad, you've got the window down. You're overheating
Yes,
like a premenopausal woman.
I am indeed. There's so many things about me that are like a premenopausal woman.
Bit of an update on our previous conversations. Will Anderson, big listener of the pod, especially when you're on, he contacted me and said the comic I was trying to think of who moved to Las Vegas was Asher Trey-Levin. Remember Asher?
Oh, right.
Remember him?
Yes.
He was a very funny man.
Yeah, he had a lot of performance skills.
Yes, very good.
I wouldn't have classed him as a classic stand-up.
No, he's more like a... No wonder he moved to... He's sort of in like a circus show, I think.
Yeah, right. Yeah, because
Like the MC, maybe? I don't
I
know.
remember the last time I worked with him was in Perth during, I think you were there when we were in Perth for a festival. He was doing a show in the garden there.
Yes.
All right.
So there we go. Thanks, Will, for that.
Cheers, Will.
Isn't it funny? I couldn't remember his name, but I can remember what high school he went to, which is one of my strengths.
Yeah.
Mullumbimby High.
Mullumbimby High.
Yeah,
Right.
weird, isn't it? It's a weird...
Right.
I mean, that's hippie central now, but probably when he went to school, probably wasn't.
Yeah.
The other person that went there is that rock star. Oh, what's her name? My daughter went and saw her the other day. She's funny, blonde hair.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not narrowing it down.
No, it's
She's
If
a
this
wild woman, but she's young. They're a young band.
if I was a police artist,
Yeah.
right, I'd have a circle and
You'd be
couple
staring
of eyes.
at me.
Yeah,
Going,
just going.
you're an idiot.
I'll just be my boss and see if he'll approve the overtime.
I'll think of it. Don't worry. I'll think of it.
Yeah.
I'll give you I've seen they supported Midnight Oil. I was on Spicks and Specs with her. Jesus, come on.
Well,
You idiot.
what is it? How long before Dave mentions he was on Spicks and Specs?
Yeah, it's about 10 seconds.
Yeah. Oh, it was a good one, the last one we did. Anyway.
Well, they cut out a lot of the funny stuff, let me tell you.
Yeah.
But they put it on Instagram.
Right.
They put on my Taylor Swift thing on Instagram.
Yeah.
Which, who knows, it's had...
Is it
Guess how
blown
many, guess how many views it's had.
up?
This is the most views I've ever had in my life.
30,000?
68. It's a lot, isn't it?
Yeah. I've got on the...
hang on. Amy and the Sniffers.
Amel and
Amel and the Sniffers. I got it.
Oh, right. Yeah.
She
okay.
went to Mullumbimby High.
Right. Yeah. They're rocking it all around the world, too.
Oh, they're great.
Yeah, because their music's very much like what I was into in the late 70s.
It's AC/DC kind of.
No, it's more like...
Lobby Lloyd, even.
It's Melbourne punk. It's just
Yes.
really basic, as you know. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Well, it's interesting. I saw this great interview with them on some American, this Canadian guy, he's a funny DJ kind of guy, he's been around forever. And he went a deep dive with them, and he was giving them, like, Lobby Lloyd, and they're big fans of, well, music there was going when these guys wouldn't even been alive.
Well,
But the guitarist really knew his stuff. Really knew. Oh, yeah, Lobby Lloyd, that album. Because to know Lobby Lloyd, you've got to be old.
I'm old because I went to Lobby Lloyd and the Coloured Balls at Melbourne Town Hall,
Wow.
probably sometime in the 70s. I was a fake Sharpie, right? I had all the gear.
Camberwell.
Yeah. Yeah, I was a Hawthorne boy, but I was Campbell. And I wasn't sharp, but I had all the gear, and so all my mates were supposed to come. I think we were 14, and one by one they piked. And I went, I'm still going. And I sat in the front row at the Melbourne Town Hall. Robbie Lloyd had this gimmick where he used to lob coloured balls, like little Christmas
Oh, is that
balls.
why it's called the coloured balls?
Well, I don't know which came first, the chicken or the balls. But anyway, he used to lob them into the audience. And this is my first concert that I'd been to. I mean, I'd been outside at concerts. I'd never been in one. They lobbed the coloured balls into the audience, and one of them just came towards me perfectly, like an outfield catch. And I'm just going, righto, this is mine. And as I caught it, I reckon about 20 skinheads and sharpies just piled on top of me,
I love it.
fighting for it. And I did that thing that you see in movies where I crawled out from under them.
Oh, yeah.
The morass. I just went, oh, God, I don't know if I want to be tough.
That's funny.
They did that. I just got your letter, baby. Too bad you can't come home. It's a great song.
Yeah, he's had
It's
some
all
good
12
ones.
bar. Mess of the Blues, that's what it's called.
He owned Richmond Recording Studio.
Right.
When I was in a band in the 80s, we recorded 2 songs there with my older brother Trev, and he turned up because we were like, that's Robbie Lloyd. Because by that stage, he produced the Sunny Boys' first album.
Just on Trev. How old's Trev?
63, maybe?
So, I was talking about being in Cubs in Mitcham.
Yeah.
I'm 64.
You might have been with Trev.
Yeah.
But hang on, what troop?
I think it was.
Fourth Mitcham. No, he's
For-
first. We're first Mitcham.
I think it was fourth Mitcham, first Nullawading, or
Yeah, no.
first Mitcham, fourth Nullawading.
Could have been.
Yeah.
It could have been.
So
Where was the hall? This is getting very specific.
So the hall was around off.
Near the church?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's not. That's
And then-
Fourth Mitcham.
And then there was a new hall built down near where you used to live.
Yeah, that's First Mitcham.
Is that Brunswick Street?
Yeah.
And so we moved to there.
Oh, well, there. That's Dad's hall. That was
Yeah,
Dad's
and
hall.
one of our Kalas was a copper.
Yes. I
And
think I remember that guy.
yeah, and I think your dad was he was brown owl or something to the cops, wasn't he?
Yeah, no, he was. He wasn't a cop,
I
but
might have conflated the girl guys.
Well, you
there.
could have been with Trev. You could have had my dad. My
Yeah.
dad wasn't a cub leader though, but
Yeah.
oh look, Scouts. Now where are we going, Brad? Where are we heading up? Tell everyone.
We're going to Merimbula.
Oh, that's right. I did say at the start. Yeah, Merimbula.
Merimbula, followed by
Collector.
That's tonight. Then Collector, which is on the way to Goulburn. So that's
45 minutes from Canberra.
I think it's a 3.5 hour drive from Merimbula.
Yeah.
3.5. So I'd say 4. Then on Saturday night we're in Queanbeyan,
Queanbeyan.
and you said that's sold quite well.
Yeah.
Which surprised me because I think it's State of Origin on Saturday
Oh,
night.
really?
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah, I know.
We're always hitting up against State of Origin wherever we go.
I know.
But you know who's from Queanbeyan? Mark Webber.
Oh, yes.
Because you know that because they've got a walk of fame as you walk around the footpaths of Queanbeyan. On the ground, they've got famous Queanbeyan residents. And they're quite spaced out because there's not that many.
Well, just on walks and halls of fame,
Yeah.
what I found out was now there's an ex-comedian who's a beggar, Kirk McKenzie.
Yeah, Kirk. He had some great jokes.
He was in the Comedy Zone. He could
He had
have
that
been.
great joke when he was working as a dishwasher and he was getting $4 an hour and he looked out on the street and he goes, that parking meter's earning more than me an hour.
That's right.
It's a good joke.
And he's quite a colourful beggar around Melbourne.
Yeah, he's got funny signs.
Isn't it funny signs like I owe my pot dealer, and people get their photo taken with him, and he does quite well.
Well, that's a career path from a comedian, isn't it? We should all
Well,
think about.
He's got a better income,
Yeah,
like,
probably.
or steady income. But he was in Mailing Road in Camberwell, right?
That's a bit posh. That's like
It is
Canterbury.
Yes, where they used to make the Sullivans, and
Yes.
he said to me that this kid came up, and he was a high school kid, And he goes, and he gave Kirk $10, right? So, I don't know what the
What a
allowance
nice boy.
is. Campbell. Kirk said, I asked him what school he went to, and he said Campbell High School, my alma mater.
Yeah.
Kirk said, there's a comedian who went to Campbell High School, Brad Oakes. And this kid said, yeah, he's on the Hall of Fame ex-students.
What?
Underneath Kylie Minogue.
Oh.
Now, this is...
Hey, mate, there's worse places you can be than under Kylie Minogue, mate.
Well,
Really?
this is subject to fact-checking because 2 other comedians went to Campbell High School.
I know.
Elliot Coblet, a.k.a. Jack Levi, and, of course, the meteoric Tommy Little.
Yes.
It was refreshing to know that I'm not only the reigning junior Mr. Mitchum from the 1960s, but I'm underneath Kylie Minogue, which also suggests that I'm above Danny.
Yeah. You could be in a Minogue sandwich. What a dream for you.
Yeah, I know they've probably had that dream too. I've got to get somebody to fact check. I can't go and do it myself. A, because that's weird, and B, the disappointment if it's not true.
You can't just wander into the school. High schools are hard to get into these days, let me tell you.
Yeah, well, especially with my marks.
Yeah.
Shish.
Hello there, I'm here to pick someone up. Can I just have a look at the Hall of Fame?
Yeah. If they went, you're not Brad Oakes, are you? And I go, you still have 18 outstanding detentions.
Yeah, 4 overdue library books. And when you said you're here to pick someone up, do you have a child here? No, I'm just here. I want to meet someone.
Yeah, I just...
I think you say not creepy, maybe a teacher.
Yeah,
I'm not creepy.
exactly. Yeah.
Oh, well, here we go. So I'm going to drop you off somewhere, then I'll park and I'll meet you in there, the airport. We're going to the airport. And we are flying the great Rex Airlines, Brad.
Rex, which is Latin for king.
And I haven't even put in for Rextra legroom, which I normally get. You pay another $20 for a bit of Rextra legroom.
Well, okay. Do they have an Rextra arse room?
I hope we get some Mexican food.
You're on fire.
I've said that joke before, but let's hope the pilot's older than 20 like last time.
Wow. Yeah. Although they've got a lot more to live for.
Yeah, true. And you know what? They're up with technology, whereas the older guys, often on these planes, you'll get either a really young, like often young women, and then guys our age who are seeing out their career. It's the start and the finish of people's careers on. Yeah,
what is it?
On the regionals.
You fly twice on Rex Airlines. Yeah. Once on the way up.
Once on the way down. Anyway, it's great to be back. One of the greatest old jokes ever.
I know. It's got many layers too, that joke.
I love that joke. Well, we'll tune back in because I'll have to leave the recorder in the car because I haven't got rooms. I've got my books. But also, every time I'll have to go 1 minute drop off. There we go.
Yeah.
Every time I go to the airport, they always pull out my recorder and stare at it like...
Yeah.
They've never seen a podcast recorder before.
Well, what we can do is we can take notes.
Yes.
Because we'll be on the road.
Yes.
I dare say that if you don't at least find one absolutely Mintox bakery...
We need a good bakery.
In the 3 days that we're away.
Yeah.
I'll be surprised. What the hell?
They've got these bits of metal hanging over the entry to the T4 drop-off to stop trucks and stuff coming through.
Really shit wind chimes.
I know, they're wind chimes. Anyway.
Truck getting this far and probably going, where are you going? I've got to drop this stuff off to the Montague Bridge.
Montague Bridge. All right, we'll keep listening because we will return in a few days to give you the whole lowdown of the big tour.
Another shout out to Will.
Yeah, shout out to Will Anderson, big listener.
Bye.
Bye. The new host of the Triple M Breakfast Show in Melbourne.
What?
Yeah, he's replaced Marty Sheargold.
Crikey.
I know, how's that? Do you want me to go up further or?
No.
This will be fine. All right. Well, have a good trip, Brad.
Yeah.
I'll see you at the Rex Terminal.
Yeah. Thanks, darling.
Rextra leg room.